between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Razorbacks will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Georgia's offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, they're not going to do what happened last week. You can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. They'll pick you apart like you did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Throws to the tight end. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs later.
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown Bulldogs! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. You want to talk about coming out and setting the tone and making your presence known immediately.
And every coach talks about it all during the week, how important it is to start fast. But coming out and executing is another thing. Great start for the offense.
The Razorbacks offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Razorbacks will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll return it from the 50. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia.
Well, the punter wasn't able to get a lot of leg on that one, and it gave him a chance to field it, and then he found his lane. He put his foot in the ground, and it was off to the races. A huge momentum-shifting play on special teams for that touchdown.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Makes the grab. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. The Razorbacks heading quickly to the line.
And a really nice job on the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. To the ground and try to pick up the first. And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense. Punt is on its way. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get there.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
That is not an easy situation if you're an offensive lineman, second and third and long, because you know the D-line, they're coming. They know you're throwing the football. As an O-lineman, you better get out of your stance and get your hands up and punch and not miss, because if you do, then that's what happens right there.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
He might want another play. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Pocket breaking down. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on. And they'll get it back. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly complete. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. And the Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Oh, he's got some space. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down. And you really can't be called the Hogs if you're not willing to grind it out in the dirt.
Yeah, and I love calling the offensive linemen the hog mollies. In Arkansas, in that beautiful state, you're going to find a bunch of big, strong individuals. And the identity of that team is usually built on those guys up front.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
Well, this guy's getting himself into a rhythm here early. You just saw a beautiful throw in the previous play. Now he's showing off the speed, and you can't blame him, honestly. When you run like him, even if it's 1st down, if it's not open, just take it. This defense is going to be on their heels all game long if they can't find a way to start slowing him down.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw. Sets up the screen. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. They largely dominated this 1st quarter as indicated by the stats. about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. We'll start this second quarter with a field goal attempt. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Field goal is good. Now the lead is down to 11. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Conference USA action right now, fellas. Wait till you see how things are playing out. Middle Tennessee is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Murfreesboro, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 10 over East Carolina. Implications galore inside CUSA, and we'll...
Breaks into the open. Inside the 40. Inside the 30. Past the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
He's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the boxes. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13. The Razorbacks come to the line in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Complete with conviction on the crosser. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. On first down from their own 22. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Nothing but green grass down the middle. At the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Arkansas! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is stopped. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. He wants to change this route. Jones wants to throw it. Right down the middle. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. To the air on first down. Gets it out quickly. At the 40, there he goes. Turning it on. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 7. send that offense back onto the field. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Here's the handoff. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. And the Razorbacks will punt it away on 4th down. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
Makes the catch. It's Upshaw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Jones to throw. He's got an open man. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided, on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
The Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football.
There he goes. Got enough space. Touchdown, Georgia. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He has the first and still on his feet. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Unloads quickly. Still running at the 40. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Wants to go up top. Quickly to the tight end. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down. The Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Looking to fire. And wings it incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Looking deep down the right side. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to add another. And after the extra point, they trail 35-17.
That makes the score Georgia 35, Arkansas 17.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running.
Going over the top. He's got it inside the 15. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Dogs!
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They scored again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
Arkansas 17.
He'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield on first down. Lets it fly. Finds a man on the left. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
What a throw on first down in the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Razorbacks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They started this drive with a big play, but now they need a conversion to keep it alive on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sideline. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
The Dogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Jones wants to throw it. Oh, they're after it. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a 1st down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Leaves it with the back. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the 1st half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the 3rd. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. He's going to let it go. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the 1st down here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. A strike downfield. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The Razorbacks in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
2nd down coming up.
Wants to go up top. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, and they corral the ball so they avoid the turnover, but man, did they lose a chunk of yardage. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. And the Razorbacks send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Try and play action. Fires to the big fella. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
And he'll go out of bounds, and he will be short of the first down.
It's a turnover on downs.
He'll do it himself. Makes it past the marker. At the 45 on his way. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. The Razorbacks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete. Breaks into the open. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. And the Razorbacks have pushed it inside the 20. Defense wants to bring the heat. Back to pass on second down. And the defense got him at the 27.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Never a doubt. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Navy is getting handled right now, and for this to be happening to this program in front of these fans, it's almost inexplicable. They're trailing by 31 to Air Force. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking to take a shot. Snags it down the right side. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Jones to throw. It's complete to the left. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
Well, this defense is trying to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up, try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Quickly complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Caught near the sticks. It's up short. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, if he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
So we'll the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. Let's see what he can do with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
The Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Gonna sling it on second down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the misconnection on the first attempt, see if he gets a little looser. And the Razorbacks will bring the punt team onto the field. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Jones wants to throw it. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Throwing on the run. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Lanning.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
And the Dogs come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Catch in the middle. It's Upshaw. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. He wants to throw it again.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead. Guess who shows up with another big one? That one.
Making side adjustments here. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Got his man on the right. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. Georgia comes quickly to the line. A first down run in the red zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now on second and goal. Gets it out fast. Touchdown, Georgia! They wanted the finish, and that they did on that possession. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force...
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Yeah, And this offense has struggled all day. And how about the protection up front? You got to protect your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. And his second sack of the day. Nice. A lot more passing situations coming with this team down big.
And they can't make the connection on third down. The Razorbacks decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He'll return it from around the 50. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Now on first and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And this defense is defending its goal line. Back-to-back stops right in the shadow of their own goalpost. After getting nothing on the last play, will they try to throw it into the end zone on third down? And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They went 3 and out the last time they had it. At this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the Razorbacks will call on their punt team. Makes a move. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming in.
Got it in stride inside the 20. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Georgia going up tempo. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. From the red zone, looking for a space. Here's the pressure. On target to the left. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense. And they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
On the move from inside his 5. He'll be chased out of bounds inside his own 20 at the 18-yard line, and a great job of coverage there. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback hauled up 2 and sacked at the 12.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that...
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. DB's right up on the receivers. Here's a throw downfield late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. The Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Timeout is called by the defense. A mere 21 seconds to go here.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.